Hey everybody, this is Sherry, and I've been commissioned to draw this cow. This is Mama Red. Um, Mama Red is the subject matter in a book by a girl I went to school with, and she wanted me to draw Mama Red. Here is my drawing, and I've been trying to figure out a way to hook my phone up to show you some things, but I can't figure it out. So I'm going to do my best. But what I wanted to show you is when I'm drawing, I look at the picture and I notice where the darks and lights are. And you see all these like dark places. That's what I go in and do first. If I can get to my pencils. I go in and just lightly sketch out. I've never drawn through the lens of a camera before, but I just lightly sketch out where these darks and lights are going to be. And then I go in, and you don't just use one or two colors. You use, the more colors that you use, the more dimension you get. But I go in and very lightly, and the key to color pencils is very light. Always look at your reference photo, and I don't have my pencil set up like I normally do, so I'm having a hard time finding what I need. But if you bear down too hard, you flatten the tooth of the paper, and you sure don't want to do that right at first. You want to get as many layers of color as you can, and like I said, that creates dimension. And I'm not going to be able to do this whole picture. That's why I'm showing you about part of the way through what I've already done and what I'm working on now. I always start with the eyes, and I work out from there. Now when I say I start with the eyes, I don't completely finish anything until the end. Also, one thing that I do is if I'm having a hard time with a section, I turn my drawing upside down, because sometimes what happens is you start drawing and you start you forget to look at your reference picture. You start drawing what you think it should be instead of what it really is. And the secret to drawing is drawing what you see. You don't let your mind say, no, that's not what it's supposed to look like. You draw what you see. And then it all comes together in the end. I'm using the Caran d'Ache Luminance color pencils, but you can use Prismacolors. I don't recommend like Crayola. They don't blend as well, but Prisma is pretty medium priced. Now, I'm going to show you, once you get a very, very light amount of color on there, you can use like some Gamma Or I like to use this pencil blend, and you just put a very light uh, bit of it on here, and it actually blends. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but I'm going to try. I'm going to set this up, and hopefully you'll be able to see. I sure hope you can see this. But you take the brush and get just a little bit of Gamma-Sol and see how that is blending. Now you have to let it dry, so I'm not going to do the whole thing. But using the Gamma-Sol, you don't have to use as much of the... Actually, I'm using the pencil blend on this. But once that dries, you can go back over and put another layer. You don't have to use as much colored pencil when you use the solvent. But you have to let that completely dry or you'll mess the tooth of the paper up. Another thing, let me turn it back around this way, is they make a, it's called a colorless pencil. It has no color to it at all. And you can go in, and once you get enough color, which on some of this, like I'll do it up here. See how you can start blending this. And when I say I don't finish one thing at a time, like I halfway finish it, but I'm constantly going back, adding and blending, adding and blending. And that's the way I do it. Hope you enjoy this. See you later.